from the 24-hour tracking center. This is a winter weather alert.
All right, we're going to deal with a high-impact storm here across West Michigan, and I think the main time frame is going to be about mid-afternoon, running through the evening hours, but it is going to start before that. But for most of us, it is not going to start at 7 o'clock in the morning, but this is the time frame that the National Weather Service has the winter storm warning. You can see that everybody's shaded in pink with the exception of Berrien and Cass County, where there's essentially a winter weather advisory. It looks like they may go over to rain, but regardless, 7 o'clock in the morning. Let's do some tracking now, because I really think most of us are going to be able to see or get their church activities in this morning, especially if you're from Grand Rapids over to Holland and points to the north. Notice how intense this band of precipitation is. I want to say snow, but it's not just snow. It's freezing rain. This storm is going to be different than the last one that gave us all snow. This one's going to give us a mess of freezing rain, sleet as well, accompanied with some heavy snow at times. Into the Benton Harbor area, Dowagiac, we're looking at about an hour, 40 minutes to 2-hour time frame. Into the Kalamazoo location, we're looking at right around 3 to 3.5 hours before this mess arrives in your area. Tracking into the Holland area, right along the lake shore, give it about 5.5 hours or so sometime around the noon hour, and into Grand Rapids shortly after the noon hour it does appear, and points to the north a little bit, taking a little bit longer than that. Let's broaden the view a little bit. I want to show you, yes, this is kind of a narrow, intense band, but as the area of low pressure tracks essentially right across southern Illinois, or actually Iowa, right over to northern Ohio, it's going to bring this main band right across central and southern lower Michigan. Look how long this band of precipitation is, 1,000 miles. So again, we're looking at a high-impact storm here. Some of the data, the latest forecast models, just for instance, gives Grand Rapids over ½ an inch of sleet, also some freezing rain. One forecast model gives us 4/10 of an inch of freezing rain, along with 5 inches or more of snow. And again, you just need 2/10 of an inch to create problems. That's without the wind, and we're also going to see the wind really pick up as well. For more details on this complicated storm, right now I'll toss it over to Laura.
And Matt, as the storm arrives this morning, it's going to start in the form of snow for just about everybody, because take a look at our temperatures right now, holding in the 20s. And they will stay this way for the next several hours. So as that snow does move in, it's going to be light and then become heavier, and then we'll start to bring in the freezing rain. But let's look at the impacts right off the top here. If you live from M46 and M57 to the north, you're looking at mainly a snow event here from start to finish. We're talking about 8 to perhaps as much as 12 inches. A little farther south, give yourself a little bit of a corridor from Interstate 96, about 5 to 9 inches of snow with up to perhaps a 1/4 inch of freezing rain. And then if you are south of Interstate 96, I think from Saugatuck to Hastings over to about Potterville is going to be the center of the heaviest freezing rain. We could see a ½ inch there, and because we will be seeing more of the liquid precipitation, that means less in the way of snow. We'll start with the snowfall accumulations at 8 o'clock this morning. Obviously, everybody's still pretty much dry. By noon, southwest area is starting to add on to that precipitation. At 6 p.m., already perhaps as much as 5 inches in the Grand Rapids area, 6 inches in Muskegon, and look at that band light up the M57 corridor. You guys could get hit hard with some of this heavy, wet snow, upwards of 8 to 12 inches possible. It largely winds down here tomorrow morning, and by noon, I think there'll just be some scattered light snow showers around. In terms of the icing forecast, the main problem here just south of the Interstate 96 corridor. And the ice doesn't move in until the mid-afternoon, so as it starts, mainly it will be snow. However, by 6 p.m. already some ice showing up from Coldwater, also to Sturgis and Kalamazoo, and look at the totals. This is midnight here. If we could get a ½ inch of ice, that would be bad news all around for everybody in that area. Just a significant ice storm predicted to impact areas south of Interstate 96 to around the Interstate 94 corridor. This will wrap up in the form of some light snow here early tomorrow morning. However, the morning commute tomorrow is going to be an absolute mess with temperatures falling through the 20s. We get a bit of a break midweek, and then we are tracking the potential for another mixed precipitation system to move in along about Thursday and Friday of this upcoming work week.